Gutter Trash is a proud member of the Comics Podcast Network.
Bill Tully is a washed-up alcoholic boxer trying to turn his life around and get back into fighting shape. He meets Ernie Munger, a young up-and-coming boxer. Inspired by his young counterpart's potential, Tully gets back into the ring, only to discover his problems won't disappear as easily as he'd like in John Huston's Fat City. Hello! Welcome to Gutter Trash, episode 101! My name is Eric.
And I'm Jason.
That's right, folks. We are into the next century.
No, that's not a new century. It's just another 100 episodes.
Oh. Huh.
We had our centennial.
Right, a century.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. The century is typically associated with years.
Oh, we haven't been doing this 100
It
years?
seems like it, but no.
Huh.
We're more like 30 years.
Huh. Well, that's not... It is not nearly as exciting.
Well, happy centennial anyway.
Alright.
I think we deserve it.
Yeah, we're starting fresh with a new batch of episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we'll last another 100.
I think so.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
I got nothing else to do.
Me neither. There's tons of comics and movies to review and talk about.
I think there's more out there.
Yeah. Hell, we could probably even go back and do some of the old ones that we glossed over.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we could probably redo.
Yeah.
Dude, the host needs to redo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David Boring, perhaps. The
Possibly
recent
redo.
one. Yeah. I'm sure there's others that we've only devoted 5 minutes of time to.
Yeah, exactly.
You may have noticed, of course, our new intro music. I hope you like it.
I hope so too. I forget what it was.
Born Stubborn.
That's right.
By Sepultura.
Sepultura.
From the album Roots.
Well, hot diggity. I'm glad we're. It's like we showed up to school our sophomore year,
Yeah.
dressed in new duds with a brand new spanking haircut,
Yeah.
and all the girls are taking notice.
They're still not.
We're in an honors class.
Oh.
No more detention.
Yeah.
We have our own lockers.
This is going to be a good year for us, then.
Yeah,
All right.
so. I might even buy a yearbook. Probably not.
You got to wait till your senior year.
Yeah.
That was my philosophy, anyway. There's no point in having one before then.
I didn't quite understand that until our part 2 of the Halloween episode when I saw you and Jeremy's
Yearbook.
glamour shots.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I can see why you'd wait.
Yeah. I mean, if you have to spend hundreds of dollars to get your picture taken, then you might as well just wait for that yearbook.
Yeah. Might as well have a keepsake.
Right. Although, did you ever get senior pictures?
No.
No?
Never didn't even have them taken, I don't believe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't have my diploma.
Yeah.
I didn't go to my graduation. I graduated.
Oh, okay. All right.
I got my diploma. But
Okay,
I didn't
right.
keep it. I
Right,
didn't,
right.
I didn't go to the graduation. I didn't have much school spirit.
Well, I didn't have any school spirit at all, but,
Well, yeah, I wasn't insinuating that you were like some nerd, some school pride nerd.
Oh, I was a nerd, just
Okay.
not a school
Yeah,
pride nerd. Yeah.
right.
I could give a shit about Beaver Creek High School, but what about your mom?
She graduated like years before. She's actually much older than I.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Hey, my mom and I graduated from the same high school.
Really?
Yeah.
Different years.
Yeah. She in the 70s.
I thought maybe she was held back a couple. Yeah.
And one of my brothers also.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
My mom graduated from a school that was probably like seriously like K through 12.
Right.
And it was smaller than this room.
Right.
In the middle of a shack in Kentucky.
Because your mom is 168 years old.
Well, the town that she's from it's like a portal. It's off of the exit ramp where the original Kentucky Fried Chicken is, and they actually have swear, I feel like every time I tell a story on here, I'm like, is this the 5th time I've told the story on the show?
You've told the story about the original KFC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she grew up in this tiny little town called Stinking Creek. And I swear it was like a half an hour to a gas station. The only store within miles was this little, like, hole in the wall that was literally built on the side of a hill that had to have, like, wooden stilts holding it so it wouldn't fall off the side of the hill. And it was like this rickety little shack that our cousin Jim Matt, he had 2 first names, Jim Matt.
Is he related to Joe Matt?
I don't believe so. Oh, that'd be awesome, though. But he ran this little store, and he was such a character because he looked like Orville Redenbacher, except for he had one leg that, like, his foot was on the knee, and there was nothing below it. So, like, he had one leg that was, like...
Did he have his shins blown off in the war?
No,
Okay.
he actually had a foot. I mean, it was just, like, one leg never grew past his knee, like, the size of like half a leg.
Yeah.
But there
So
was a foot on
like on a stilt or something?
He always had like a cane that he hobbled around on a crutch. But he had like jars of candy and like weird potato chips and pork rinds, and that was the only anything other than the houses and creeks for like miles. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of cousin fucking back in the hollers.
Well, that's why you're the way you are then.
It's possible. Yeah.
Oh, you're a fine young man with sturdy jeans,
Thank you.
I think.
Yeah, I bought these at Target.
Yeah, they look pretty new.
Thanks.
But no, yeah, my mother, she went to high school in Brooklyn, New York.
Wow.
Maybe the Bronx. I can't remember which. You know, I'm thinking back on it. I'm going to see the Bronx.
Wow.
Yeah.
She seems kind of tough, actually.
But she did not graduate. So, like, she dropped out of high school and she became a model for a short while.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And when they moved to Chicago, she just never went back. She just started working. And then when my parents moved to Beaver Creek in like the mid-'70s, she decided to get her degree and went to enrolled at Beaver Creek High School.
Wow,
Finished
that's
up
awesome.
her high school career there.
A degree for,
Just, you know,
is it high school degree?
high school
Okay,
diploma.
okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like she
No,
went to
no,
college
no,
and she had to do that
Yeah,
first.
yeah. Yeah, so she just wanted to have her high school diploma, and then I think a couple years after that, my brother went there. He moved in with my parents and
That's awesome.
went to school there.
So just a
So
few
I
years
am a third generation Beaver Creek High School
Wow.
graduate.
Wow. That's crazy. So, back to the model thing.
Yeah.
You know, did she do like ads or?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure.
That's interesting.
So, well, now you know where I get all my good looks from.
Wow, yeah. So my parents were a cleaning lady and a bus driver. So, and actually, my dad also built cars at a Chrysler factory. So.
Wow. So you didn't get any of those skills.
No. and he was in the army, and he was a mechanic in the army, and he ran his own service station in Tennessee.
Huh?
So he was like a man.
Right.
Like, you know, he knew how to do shit.
Yeah.
I just lay around and read comic books.
Right.
Yeah.
My dad, he was in the army in Vietnam. However, from the stories that he tells, he pretty much did whatever he could to not do anything.
Yeah.
Often just went behind people's backs to write his own orders so that he wouldn't have to do anything.
That's awesome.
And did everything he could to get out early.
I salute him for that. I seriously. Like I support the troops in
Right,
quotes
yeah.
because I feel a lot of them are stuck doing that, But like during wartime, I couldn't imagine anything worse
Right.
than having to do that.
Yeah.
But I'd probably rather go to prison than fight in a war.
Yeah,
I had
me
to
too.
think.
Yeah.
If I had to choose.
Yeah. But he also gave himself his own promotion, just so he could go hang out in the officers' club.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. So we're spawned from men, yet here we are.
Yeah.
How did that happen? Is it
Uh,
generational? Is it just this generation? of
Yeah,
people?
we're just a fat and lazy generation.
Yeah, what's
full
wrong
of distractions and
It's the video games.
Yeah. Of course, my dad and I almost got into an argument last Tuesday. We were watching NCIS. It's
Crime show?
Yeah.
Crime investigator?
It's like Naval Criminal Investigation Service or something like that. They work for the Navy, but they're forensics officers.
So you and your dad were sitting around watching a lot of seamen together?
Yes, we
Okay.
were.
As
We do. Yeah. And there was like a part of the show where like somebody uploaded something to a computer, and it was like on a gigantic monitor, and they were like touching the monitor and like blowing pictures up with their hands, and like moving things around, basically like a fancy iPhone, but
Right.
gigantic. Yeah.
Right.
And so my dad was like, "Is that something that's real?" I said, "For the most part, iPhones, iPads, they all basically run off that technology." And I think Microsoft had built a table that was basically that kind of thing.
Wow.
So you could put pictures on and
Maps
stuff
and
like that.
whatnot.
Yeah. And so then he just started bitching about how everything's for entertainment these days, and nothing's for any kind of practical purpose. Everything's just got to be about watching your movies and listening to your MP3s.
He's kind of right.
He kind of is, but at the same time, he's kind of not.
Yeah, but I mean, that's all we really talk about is entertainment. On here.
Well, yeah, but that's because we're nerds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wonder, is our culture kind of gravitating that way, where people don't really pay attention to larger, more concrete things that are happening? It's more like bubblegum.
I don't think so. I think that people. I think that smart people will generally tend to seek out the more important things in life. I think undeveloped idiots will continue to just sink themselves into just the mundane pop culture bullshit that doesn't really matter.
Right.
I think you and I kind of fall in between.
I was gonna say, I don't really consider us idiots, but I know personally I'm way more distracted by, comics and movies and, and things like that than what's actually going on in the world. And it seems like maybe that sort of, the sort of thought patterns are being encouraged, maybe. I mean, there's so many distractions now.
Sorry, I got distracted.
I was thinking about Rwanda.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm generally not that interested in politics.
Neither am I.
But
Yeah.
not because it scares me and I don't want to think about it, but it's so much bullshit. You can't believe anything.
Right.
So
it's yeah.
It's in order to, I want to know what's going on in the world, but as far as campaigning and who's the person to trust, I don't trust any politician.
Right.
And I don't know if I'm being overly paranoid, but
No, I think you're cynical.
yeah,
'Cause-
I know, and I hate that. I hate being cynical.
Well, that's pretty cynical too, isn't
Oh.
it? It's just we're still relatively young, and you're still really young.
30's the new 20.
Well, I'm just going to because
I'll always be young. I'll die young, even if I'm 105.
right.
my last
That
name.
was my joke.
Yeah, it's my last name. If you don't know.
What was I saying? I got distracted.
Yeah, Short Vengeance fans, something. I think I said something about a girl I knew named Rwanda or something. I went to high school with her. Oh, you went to high school at Beaver Creek, didn't you? Did your mom go there too? Tangent. We're just becoming dumber.
Yeah, we are. But no, I just think that we've only been voting for 12 years or so, 14 years,
Right.
and in that time we've seen probably some of the most bullshit politics ever.
Right.
So we're at this point where it's just nobody's fucking right. Everyone's just a goddamn liar. just out for themselves. Nobody is out to actually help anyone else. So, all politics is bullshit. And I think media is also pretty much bullshit too, because when we do want to find out what's what, you basically have one media outlet that's biased towards one thing and another media outlet that's biased towards the other, and there's no truth anywhere.
Right.
And like the most truthful news that you can get is from like the Daily Show, and even there,
Or The Onion.
Yeah, and even they're pretty biased towards a liberal side anyway.
Right. But, yeah. Or like the Weekly World News, I trust as much.
Right.
As
Yeah.
anything else. And, that's. I mean, because I don't want to become so cynical that I think no one cares, because I talk to a lot of people that seem like they genuinely care, and
Right.
I care about things being good and fair for people.
Yeah.
But it seems like once you get to a certain level in politics, you don't get that far.
Right.
If you do care
Care,
that much.
right.
If you care more about people than you do about money and power.
Right. And I think you'll find, like, your average Joe, magic buyer, is probably just in their mom's basement jerking off, because that's all they're good for. Wait, what?
I thought you were going to say something about politics.
Oh, yeah. No. Your average person, I think, is for all the teabaggers out there and all the left-wing nut jobs, I think
job and teabag.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Both given horrible reputations to awesome things.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I think that your average American, though, is pretty much middle of the road. I don't think, unless you're completely insane, I don't think that you're going to fall, completely on one side or the other.
Right, yeah. It's just, most people...
Well, it's like the internet, the angriest voices are the loudest.
Right, the squeaky tire gets the oil.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all about escapism these days.
Yeah. Well, when you're constantly bombarded by the bullshit, why do you want to bother, not trying to escape?
It seems like back before there was so much escapism, people did pay more attention, and maybe.
Well, did they, or do we think that they did?
I know, yeah. It's like I'm not trying to be overly nostalgic for an era that I wasn't that aware of. Like I was mostly just playing with toys,
Right.
But it seems like even in the early '80s, people were talking about politics and they were following, issues. And
well, people are still doing that. They're just louder at it.
Right. And it's more like sound bites and quotes.
Right. Yeah. So, I don't think it's changed. I just think that the way we receive all of that has changed.
All the outlets and everything. Right.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm mostly talking out of my ass.
Yeah, me too.
But there's always been movies and picture shows and the radio and and hippies and shadow plays and books.
Ooh.
So I think it's all the same, just different.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just we have such more access to it now.
Right.
And I think a lot of things, like a lot of creative outlets, people can actually do from their house now. Like me and you. I mean, me and you have. I mean, this is fucking crazy. Me and you have probably like 4 websites and 5 websites together.
Right.
Like, and it's like, you're just constantly bombarded, and about all these, films from other countries and books from other countries.
Right.
And you can order them in a moment, with 5 keystrokes now, and it's like, it's just so much easier to stay distracted, I think.
Yeah. And really, who out there doesn't want to be entertained?
Right.
If there's someone out there who doesn't want entertainment, I don't want to know that person.
They're probably fucking crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
And most likely just boring and irritating.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you gotta find the balance.
Yeah. I mean, it can't be comics and movies all the time.
No.
I mean, it certainly isn't for me. I like to balance it out with a video game once in a while.
Yeah, the full spectrum, yeah.
Maybe go see some sort of live band performance.
Oh, yeah. Or one of the sporting figures practice their sporting events.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
The sporting men.
Yes. It's currently in the middle of the heading towards the World Series shortly.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
I think it's
Once the Cubs are out of it, I'm done.
I haven't watched a baseball game in years, a full one,
Yeah.
so I don't even know.
Yeah. But you know, it's a sport that I have. I've sort of this unknown fondness for.
Oh yeah.
Because when I was, I used to work at a couple hotels. I was the night manager, and one of the hotels I worked at had a like a little coffee room area with a TV and
Like a lounge or something.
yeah, kind of. I mean, it was like 4 tables and a coffee machine, but
Take what you can get.
right. So like I'd be working midnight to 7 or whatever. And on Tuesday nights, USA Network used to have Friday night or Tuesday night fights.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would occasionally just sit there and watch boxing matches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you liked boxing?
I kind of like boxing. And I've seen more than my share of boxing movies.
Really?
Yeah. Including today's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice segue.
Thank you. But no, yeah, like we were watching this movie, which is Fat City, directed by John Huston, starring Stacy Keach and Jeff Bridges. And it's like I've seen at least 2 Rocky movies.
I've never seen a Rocky movie.
Really?
And I didn't
Not even 4?
No.
Really?
I didn't specifically avoid them. I've never seen one.
I don't think I've ever watched 1 all the way through.
You mean the original?
The original. But I honestly don't know a single person that's never seen 4.
Is that the new one?
That's the one with Dolph Lundgren and
Oh, okay.
it was like
Well, congratulations. Now you know.
Wow.
You know a person. I mean, I've seen like clips on shows and things.
Right.
Like, I don't know, award shows or, I don't know, when Sylvester Stallone killed himself last year and
Right,
did the montage.
yeah.
I don't know if a lot of you read about that, but yeah, I've never seen one.
Wow, I'm surprised.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm like, how can you not? It's like if you've never seen a Star Wars movie.
Well, I mean, I can understand how you can not see movies. I've certainly not seen movies that everybody says are the greatest movies ever made, and I have no interest in them. But it seems like Rocky 4 was like the big movie of when we were like 9 or 10, and that like I kind of saw like everyone had seen it by this point.
Yeah, I remember when that was out and it was huge.
yeah.
And I think my brother and his friends went, but I was like, I don't know. I don't know.
Alright.
Yeah, never went.
I've also seen Rocky 5. Don't ever see that.
Is that the new one?
No.
Wow, how many of them are there?
There's 6.
Wow.
The 6th one is called Rocky Balboa. That just came out
Yeah,
a
okay.
couple years ago. Rocky 5, I think, came out in the early 90s.
That's pretty bad.
Oh, it was terrible.
Stallone?
Terrible. Still, of course, he's Rocky.
Well, I didn't know. That's like saying, there's a new Spider-Man movie that doesn't have Tobey Maguire.
Because Tobey Maguire isn't Spider-Man.
Well, he was for a while.
He played Spider-Man for a while, but Sylvester Stallone is Rocky.
Yeah, he kind of is.
And he is Rambo. He's those 2 characters, and I think if they ever try to reboot them, that it's not going to work because they are Stallone.
Do you think people said that about Roger Moore when he became 007?
No.
Really?
Well, I'm sure they did, but
They were wrong.
well, they were wrong, and there's like been 17 James Bonds.
Yeah. I want to see. I always want to see Chris Elliott as all these characters, but I want to see him do a spy movie. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. But I think the thing with James Bond though is that the difference mostly between James Bond, Rocky, and Rambo, other than the obvious,
No Stallone.
that Stallone created Rocky.
Okay. Yeah, he wrote Rocky, right?
Yeah.
He didn't write Rambo.
He did not write Rambo. That was actually based on a novel, so, I'm wrong in that aspect.
Well, no, but I know what you mean. He
Right,
basically created the character Rocky
as
and
we know it. Yeah.
brought it to life.
Yeah. But, Fat City.
Boxing.
Boxing movie. from 72.
It's older than either one of us.
Yes, it is. By at least 6 years.
5 years for me.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah. What? Rocky. Fat City. Boxing. Raging Bull.
Yeah, I've seen other boxing movies.
What was it? Welcome to Diggstown.
Just Diggstown.
Diggstown.
Just
Yeah.
Diggstown.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, that's a good movie. Played, I think, Down to the Bone with a Woody Harrelson and Antonio Banderas.
Snatch.
Snatch. Yeah.
A little bit of boxing.
A little bit of boxing. Snake Eyes has a boxing match in it.
Ooh. Wow.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And then now this Fat City.
Fat City.
And speaking of Woody Harrelson,
Stacey Keach looks like him.
huh?
Stacey Keach looks like him.
Not really.
There was a scene when he walked into the to get his clothes back, and I swear it looked like Natural Born Killers era Woody Harrelson.
Okay. No, what I was going to say is that I really like Stacey Keach. I think he's a good actor. Jeff Bridges is inarguably a fantastic actor.
Right.
But I think the person that really steals the show in this is the manager, Ruben,
Yeah.
played by Coach from Cheers,
That's who he was. I was like,
who was replaced by Woody Harrelson when he
wow, that's crazy.
Coach from Cheers.
Yeah. I was trying to place him. I was like, he reminds me of Denny Aiello, but I know it's not Denny.
Yeah, I thought that the first time he came on.
Yeah.
And
Like,
then
who is this guy?
it was the scene where he was like sitting in bed talking to his sleeping wife.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's Coach.
Wow. And not Craig T. Nelson. We're
No,
talking, yeah.
where like that was his character's name on Cheers.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I was like, it was bugging me. I couldn't place him. I was like, surely he's been in a gangster movie or something.
Yeah. Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, Fat City.
Yeah. Fat City. I was really disappointed because I really thought this was going to be just a city of obese people,
Right.
And like a hilarious comedy, right?
Right.
Like people falling down stairs and like,
Of course,
you know.
right. Just eating too much.
Yeah.
Lots of fart gags.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or like maybe like there's like one small person and he just keeps getting sit on the bus.
Oh, that would have been hilarious.
I know, that's what I was hoping for. Not at all what I expected.
You should research these movies you pick better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe just stop picking them by title.
Yeah. But yeah, you're talking about the trainer. I thought that was one of the better parts of the movie. Was all the banter
Oh yeah.
with all the trainers.
Yeah.
They were hilarious. The stories they were telling. And
Yeah.
so real.
Oh
It
yeah.
was very realistically.
As far as we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it just seems like people that you'd hear, like
Right,
you'd
right.
overhear talking, and you're like, what are they?
Right.
Just the dialogue was very realistic.
Not dumbed down for us.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little jargon in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some jargon about the sweet science.
The butterfly.
Yeah. Except I knew what that was.
Yeah, I didn't, but I figured it out. The sweet
The
science.
sweet science.
Yeah.
Yeah. The pugilism.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it was a good movie.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this. Yeah.
It was maybe not something that amps you up and
No,
makes you super happy,
not at all.
but there are some
There's some light moments in it,
yeah.
some comedy, but not out of any sort of wah wah kind of thing.
Right.
You know, it's just based off of occasionally real people can be funny too.
Yeah, occasionally. Yeah. Even a broken clock's right twice a day.
Right.
Unless it's a digital, then it just flashes zeros.
Right. Even that is still right twice a day.
Really?
Yeah.
Zero? Oh, military time.
Usually military time or just 12 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It flashes 12. I was thinking it flashes 0. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, why did I think that?
I don't know. Why did I let you continue to
Yeah,
think that?
it's pretty good. I'm glad you fixed it.
No problem.
Oh,
Like a broken clock.
yeah. I would have been right twice a day. No, I wouldn't have. I would have never been right. But yeah, I like the movie kind of. It like starts, kind of. I wouldn't say fast paced, but I mean, like he starts training and there's like boxing right towards the beginning. So,
Right.
But and then there's like at least twice in the movie, it just kind of like
Comes to a halt.
yeah, almost like Tarantino talkie style,
Yeah.
but it totally works. It doesn't. I didn't think it screwed up the pace at all.
I was getting a little antsy during one of the scenes, at least.
The bar talk.
Yeah.
See, I thought that was good. I thought it really was a good spot to flesh out his character a little. And
To be fair, I was starving, and we were waiting for food that had yet to show up.
that's true.
So I could have been just distracted by that. And also, it's just a really awkward scene.
Yeah.
Painfully awkward, because it's two completely washed out drunk people bonding.
Yeah.
Yeah, over how washed out and drunk they are.
I thought they were both very good in that scene.
Oh, yes, they were.
For a second, I was like, did they just really get them, a bunch of shade?
Hammered.
Have them drink? Just like the looks on their faces and their speech and everything was very believable as some drunk people.
I'm going to guess that at least one of those people has had excessive experience with alcohol.
Oma?
I was going to say Stacy Keach.
Oh, okay.
But,
I thought
she
was amazing.
Not even sure if that is an actual actress. Think that it's just probably some woman they found in a bar.
Yeah. Well, the first scene, I didn't realize that she was going to be a main character.
Right.
I thought she was just an odd character in that first introduction scene. And I swear I was like, did Dave Sim write her dialogue? Because he's trying to make her seem like the stupidest, most obnoxious person.
Right.
I was like, wow, it just seems like Dave Sim wrote this character.
Yeah, she's pretty vapid.
Yeah.
Drunk.
Yeah.
Drunk.
Overly emotional.
Yeah. It's just bizarre to look at.
She's an odd lady.
There was another scene where basically she and Stacy Keach's character, Billy Tully, hook up, and they're at some sort of dinner party or something like that, and he's telling a story about boxing, and she's just kind of looking everywhere except at him, just like someone got a retarded person drunk. Her eyes are in completely different directions.
She's making snide little comments every once in a while.
Not so much that. She was just mostly just kind of looking around and
I just loved her. Maybe it wasn't that scene, but there was one where she every time someone said something, she'd be like, "Oh, listen to you!" And, she used to make these weird little almost jabs.
Right.
Ooh, boxing jabs. But yeah, I thought she was very good in that movie. She reminded me a lot of drunken friends' moms that I know.
Right.
Yeah, Stacy Keach is the older boxer.
Right. Who apparently is only 29 in the movie.
Yeah, I know. I was when he said that, I was like, is he joking? Did he mean 39? Because Jeff Bridges is 18, I guess, supposedly.
Oh, yeah, when the movie starts. I think 2 years passed throughout the course of this movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
That would have been something they could have put on the screen.
Right. Well, they put it through dialogue. The movie starts out, Stacy Keach hasn't boxed in a year. By the time towards the end of the movie, where he is finally going to get back into boxing, they say it's been 2 years.
Okay.
Jeff Bridges' character has gotten married and had a kid by the end of the movie. So he's turned from a novice to a pro by the time we get to the climax. So yeah,
right.
I'd say
it's implied.
At least a year and a half has passed.
I like too. I don't know something. I think it was when you just said something at the beginning of the movie. It reminded me the opening scene where it's all these images that are fading into each other of the city.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was really cool because it really showed the whole city without. It didn't take more than a minute, and you kind of get the feel of where they live.
Right.
All the old people sitting on the stoops smoking cigarettes and the construction going on, all the old signage that was not being cared for very well over the years.
I think it was Sacramento where it took place.
I know it was in California. I can't remember because I said Northern California.
Right.
Yeah, but
I say?
No.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it a lot.
It's a good movie.
Jeff Bridges, I don't know how old he actually was when they did this, but you could just already tell that he's a fantastic actor.
Yeah. Yeah, and he was kind of subdued. I mean, he's not.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of times he's just on screen and he's just,
Right,
just acting with his face.
Yeah. Usually, even really good actors, when you see them in early roles, they're still kind of, it's like, this is my first gig, and I'm gonna go for it.
Right.
And he just kind of takes it easy, and it's probably why it took him 40 years to win an Oscar.
Yeah. See, he should have had rats in his pocket like Clint Eastwood and The Creature Walks Among Us or whatever. But
Revenge of the Creature.
Revenge of the Creature. Yeah. But yeah, I was really surprised. I don't know that I have seen another movie with Stacy Keach, but I thought he was great.
I couldn't tell you. Well, I can tell you one movie I've seen with Stacy Keach. The Man with the Screaming Brain.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He plays the mad scientist who puts a second brain inside of Bruce Campbell's head.
Wow. Okay. I've still never seen that.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
You're alright.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's too bad.
When I was a kid, he was Mike Hammer in the Mike Hammer TV show.
Oh, okay. That was Stacy Keach.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've seen one over the years.
Yeah. And, of course, he was also Titus's dad in the sitcom Titus.
Really?
Yes.
That's Stacy Keach?
Yeah.
Wow. He aged 90 years since this movie.
Which is why I also had a hard time believing that even though this took place in 1972, that he was only 29 years old in this movie.
Wow. That's incredible. Wow. Yeah, he looks like Stacy Keach's grandpa in that movie. In that TV show.
Right.
Man. Yeah, it's a good movie. I mean, it's kind of like it's one of those movies where it's more just about the characters and watching their lives. It's not like some crazy story and I've got to win this match. And
it's not even really about the boxing.
Yeah, not at all. It's about coming to terms with
your place in life. And,
the letting time
how you
slip
fucked
away.
it up.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. There's kind of a like I said earlier. It kind of ends with kind of a sad note, but not. I mean, it kind of makes you reflect and think about the way you spend your time.
Right. It's a subdued movie. It's not entirely fast paced at all, but it's engaging, and I think all of the characters are great. Everyone who has a line in this movie is just an awesome character.
That's probably true. Yeah, yeah. It's almost like Coen Brothers style, where every character is so memorable and quirky.
Right. Just even the one guy that Stacy Keach, in order to earn money, has to be a crop picker.
Yeah.
And he's having this conversation with some guy talking about how his wife left him, and even that guy who has maybe 2 minutes of screen time is an awesome character.
He told a great story.
Yeah. Or just some of the other boxers, starting out with Jeff Bridges. Definitely the one who's I'm gonna kick his ass.
Yeah, he's 15, and
right,
he looks like he's 25.
Yeah,
he's a go-getter.
Yeah,
but yeah, and I love to whenever they showed the boxing, there was no music trying to set you in a certain mood.
Right,
it's just quiet and boxing.
And it wasn't edited in any sort of bizarre way. There's no super quick punches.
Right.
And, it was all just filmed like it was a boxing match.
Yeah.
All the stumbles and mispunches that there are. It's which admittedly is not a very exciting way to watch a boxing movie, but I don't think that would fit for this movie.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It didn't need to be stylized. Really,
right.
'Cause it's about real life. Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah.
Good movie.
Good pick.
And I like too. A lot of the shots just kind of go on and on. Like when Stacy Keach, he's cooking dinner for his lady Oma, And that scene just goes on, like there's no cut for a while.
Right.
And it really does set the mood as far as you feel like you're there, especially if you've ever dated someone who is fucking crazy, which,
Right.
some of us have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very good.
To be fair, they were both crazy.
Oh, yeah, they were both crazy.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Let's not put all the blame on Oma.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were both crazy drunks.
Yeah. I really like how the movie makes you, at the same time, feel sorry for Stacy Keach's character, and also just make you think, what a dipshit.
That's interesting. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, but there are times where you definitely don't really like him.
Yeah.
But then there's times where, you're pulling for him. And,
Right.
And those aren't like one and then the other. It's like back and forth.
Right. Even his final boxing match up to that point, he's been, pretty much a dip throughout the movie.
Right.
But you still really want to see him win that fight,
Yeah.
Even though, even in the middle of the fight, he's kind of being underhanded about it,
He's
too.
playing a little dirty.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not, there's no, like, I don't know, he's not putting, like, brass knuckles in his gloves.
No razors in his boxing gloves or anything like that.
But he's doing a little cheap shot.
Yeah. And I gotta say, like I said, that every character has a line is a fairly memorable character. His opponent has no lines in this movie. It is also a pretty memorable character.
Yeah. Very, very much so.
He just had like a really everyone has a unique look.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, haircuts, weird haircuts. And
Yeah.
Just
It is like a Coen Brothers movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It even has Jeff Bridges, so yeah. Which I'm looking forward to True Grit.
I am as well. Has he been in
Big Lebowski.
Big Lebowski. Why would I forget that? Why would I ever fucking forget that?
Because he doesn't seem like Jeff Bridges. He seems
That's
like the
true.
dude.
That's true.
He's the dude in that movie. There's some movies like Fear and Loathing. Like I still don't believe that's actually Johnny Depp,
Right.
and like I still don't believe that's actually Jeff Bridges, even though clearly you can see his face.
Right.
It just they sort of become those characters. Seems like is there something else?
I don't know, but I want to go off on a small tangent here.
Let's do it.
I love The Big Lebowski, but I really hate the fans of The Big Lebowski.
The people that have turned it into a thing.
Yeah.
There's like a Lebowski get together,
Right,
and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
that's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, some people just get really too much into something.
Right.
Like they turn it into like, oh, let's make a holiday out of it.
Right.
Let's,
And then when I see when I'm driving down the road and I see a bumper sticker that says "The Dude Abides," it's like, fuck you.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I wouldn't wear a Big Lebowski T-shirt.
Right.
but
Yeah.
At the same time, I would watch that movie once a month.
Right. Anyway,
Yeah.
something about this movie. Fat City.
Fat City.
Stacey Keach, Jeff Bridges, John Huston.
Good stuff.
John Huston, apparently, director of a ton of classics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Directed The Maltese Falcon.
I've heard of it.
Yeah. First time out to bat. That's his first movie, I believe.
Really? Wow.
According to IMDb.
Wow. Didn't that win some kind of award?
I don't know about that, but it's a very famous movie.
Yeah.
Directed The Misfits with the Marilyn Monroe. I believe that was her last movie. Also where the name of the band came from.
Wow.
Was the voice of Gandalf in the Hobbit cartoons.
What? And John Huston was?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
And other things.
Yeah, I swear I've seen something by him, but I can't. I've never seen Maltese Falcon.
No.
I'm sure it's a classic.
But I looked at his IMDb page before we did this, and he's got quite a few movies under his belt that I have heard of,
Yeah.
both as an actor and director. So,
Wow. So he's kind of a giant.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Good stuff.
Indeed, good stuff.
So, what do you think? Take a break?
Sure.
All right.
All right. Yeah,
Good
I
movie.
don't
Good
think I
movie,
have
yeah.
much else to say. Yeah, go
solid,
see it.
Solid movie.
You should go see it if you can track a copy down.
Netflix has it, I think.
They have it on Instant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which is how we watched it.
Instantly gratification.
Right. Luckily, no one else was using the internet for the last 2 hours, so we were able to watch it. I think.
It's because everybody's watching the Bengals
Lose, apparently, according to
the Pizza Man.
Right. All right. We'll be back. Hello.
Yay!
Boom chagalaga.
We're in our second group of 100 episodes.
Yes, we are.
It's craziness.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
craziness.
Thanks once again to all the people who have listened. That makes us drive to keep going.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
It's your fault.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we're like the guy that's sleeping on your couch that you just don't ever tell to leave.
Right.
We're not going anywhere until you say something.
Right.
So as long as you keep chatting with us and whatnot,
Yeah.
we're not going anywhere. Keep that in mind.
It's up to you, folks. If you want us to stop, just tell us. Do want to give out a special thank you to one of our listeners,
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Johnny Hahn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The GH. The mighty John Hahn. That's
G?
Huh?
G?
G?
GH?
JH. The mighty JH.
There you go.
Did I say G?
Yes, you did.
Really?
Yeah.
Rewind the tape, guys.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. Mighty John Hahn.
Yeah. Where did he go?
He went to California to
To Beverly Hills?
Yeah, he was searching.
Is that where they told him he ought to be?
Yeah, he was looking for Texas tea. No, he went to APE in California, the Alternative Press Expo or something like that, to meet his...
2 letters short of space.
Yeah, it's just 2, yeah. But it's 5. I guess he wanted to meet Dan Close. Klaus.
I say
Dan,
Klaus.
Dan Klaus. And he did.
Yeah.
Got to meet him.
Yeah.
That's his favorite comic artist.
You didn't.
No, I did not.
Yeah.
No. I stood about... The closest I ever got to him was, maybe like 12 feet away.
Right.
But that was like as close as I got.
But anyway, so he met Dan Klaus, you didn't.
I didn't, no. But he brought us souvenirs.
What'd you get? What'd you get?
I got... He bought me a copy of the tangible version of a lot of the Ink Studs interviews.
Okay.
And which I started reading. I read both of the Seth interviews and started the Chester Brown one. It's pretty
Why would you
awesome.
need to talk to someone twice?
One was 3 years later. It was after he had... It was actually pretty cool because in 2006 he talked to Seth right before he started the project, and in 2009 he talked to him after it was in the middle of the project. And it was cool.
I would say wait till he's just done.
Yeah. Well, he probably will
Talk to him the
again.
once. He's done.
We'll probably talk to him again, I'm sure. Yeah, it was
Would
really
you
good.
ever want to? Anyway, no. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
It was really good, yeah.
Yeah.
I really appreciated that. It was very kind of him.
Yeah. And then I got it's like a trading card sized canvas stretched over a wooden frame.
Yeah.
An original sketch by a guy by the name of John Schnapp, something like that,
Yeah.
who is the artist of the Metalocalypse comic book. Also works on the Metalocalypse show.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's a little head sketch of Murderface.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. It's like a super tight close-up of
Right.
his face. Like you can't see the top of his head or his chin.
Right.
And I swear I thought it was the rhino when he handed it to me. I was like, oh, did Eric mention on the show that he liked the rhino? Because it looks like it's got that outline, it looks like his mask and his eyes.
I can kind of see that maybe, but no, I could tell it was immediately
Okay,
Murderface. He
sweet.
had the mustache and the eyebrows and
I
the
see. I
nose.
didn't notice the mustache.
Yeah.
But yeah, very cool.
Murderface.
More listeners should give us gifts, and your name will be mentioned specifically.
Fuck yeah. But no, yeah, thank you, Johnny Hahn. That was awfully nice. Not completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
Huh?
He said that he's like, I hope Eric doesn't think I'm really stalking him now that I'm giving him a gift to him, but
I accept gifts from everyone.
even stalkers.
Even stalkers, especially stalkers.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
It's what's going to keep me from pressing charges.
That's the fine line between between harassment and gift giving. Yeah.
But no, seriously, everybody, now step up your game.
Yeah, exactly.
You've heard what he got us. Bring it.
Match or beat.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying.
But no, yeah, sincerely, Johnny Hahn, I know you're listening. Thank you very much. It was awesome.
Yeah. Good guy.
Yeah.
So, other than that, anything exciting going on? Not really.
Yeah, I got nothing. Haven't done anything.
Nothing Halloweenish other than the show. We're doing a Halloween special.
We're doing Halloween specials. I'm looking forward to doing the last one. We should have been doing it today, but Matt Bradfield's a dipshit. He'll be on the show tomorrow.
Yeah.
My ex and I went out to I believe the place was called Halloween City, so that she could buy pieces for her costume for a Halloween party.
What's she going as?
Just some sort of punk rocker chick.
Okay.
I've been putting together a costume of my own, but not for Halloween.
Your Groundhog's Day costume?
Of course.
You're working on it early?
Yeah.
I respect that.
I hope to have it done by Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm going to find a Santa. We're going to stage a battle.
Nice. That's going to be your YouTube sensation.
Right. I'm going to put it on Funny or Die.
I don't think anyone can just post on there.
Well, I think you can.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was an elite cadre of people.
No, I think you can just post stuff on there.
Wow, really? Okay.
People vote on it, whether it's funny or it dies.
Oh, wow. So if it dies, they take it off?
I don't know about that, but
Do you think,
I would guess that would be the rules.
It seems right.
It seems like that's what I would do
That's-
if I was running that thing.
That's internet death, right?
Right?
there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you
Wow.
for spitting on me.
Was I?
Yeah.
Was I?
Yeah.
It was probably just sweat. I'm just,
All right.
it's
Yeah.
hot. It's hot. A little warm.
All right. I'm not going to feel right for the rest of the episode now.
Oh, man. Well, I was supposed to be pumpkin carving tonight,
Yeah.
but
Uh,
yesterday, I was kind of freaking out about this mold that I found in my bedroom.
right.
Because I live in a basement.
Right.
Not my mom's basement,
No.
before you make the joke.
No. Yeah. Someone else's
Yeah.
basement.
And like, so this morning, Doogie, my roommate, and I, we moved my bed, we moved the couch, we moved my dresser, and we moved this like drawing table workbench thing. It's totally behind everything, and it is fucking gross.
Uh-huh.
So I went out and bought some bleach and some rubber gloves and some scrubbing tools and whatnot. And I think I'm going to spend about 3 or 4 hours tonight scrubbing mold off of the basement wall. Pretty excited about that.
Do not invite me over
Yeah.
at all.
Ever? Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
But that's for other reasons. But mostly just to do this.
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah.
Yeah.
I think me and him can handle it because it's gross because it takes up like a 20-foot span of the wall.
Right.
But it's not so, like, we looked it up on the internet to make sure. I think it is black mold, which is like kind of dangerous.
Right.
And luckily it hasn't got to the stage where it like gets like gelatinous and green and like drippy, but it's pretty gross though.
Right.
So
You gonna do anything to prevent this from happening in the future?
I'm gonna get a dehumidifier
Oh.
and I'm gonna move out in about a month.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
About a month, 2 months.
Really?
Something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
This is news?
That's my plan.
Huh.
I mean, not because of this. Me and Kathleen have been talking about it for a
Uh.
while. We're gonna get a little place together.
Really?
Yeah.
Need a third roommate?
I gotta get out of here. Well, I know a basement that's about to be empty. If you're looking for a place, it's really clean, really nice. No mold or anything.
Is it gonna be in Xenia? Because then I'll never visit you there.
It's not gonna be in Xenia. We're looking kind of all over. Yeah, mostly, I'm thinking like Kettering, Dayton area, but we've got some other options. We're looking as far as the country, even the country of Ohio, not like Kentucky or anything, but like out in the boonies, maybe even. Kind of all over. We're
So the show is ending. Is what you're telling me.
no. I'm still gonna work in Mavericks.
The show is ending. Yeah, that's it. Thanks.
No.
Yeah, all right. We've got
Show's
about a
not-
month and a half left.
Show's not ending. Show's not ending. Not that I know. No, but no, show's not ending. No, the reason I even mentioned that is like there's this house out in South Vienna that's really cheap. We're thinking about, but that's kind of
Germany.
yeah. But I got my passport and I'm like not using it. I feel like I wasted my money, so I'm trying to get over my fear of flying. So it would just work out, you know. Aw. Nothing's happening to the show. Don't you worry. We'll Skype. We'll Skype from Germany. Actually, in some related scary news, actually, I mentioned I've had this ringing in my ear for like 2 weeks now. And I talked to Kathleen earlier today, and she's like, hey, I just heard this funny story about someone else that had a ringing in their ear. And I was like, oh, I expected her to be like, just tell me something really lighthearted that would make me feel better. But she said there was a guy in Europe who just recently went to the doctor because he had a ringing in his ear for 2 weeks, and they found a tooth growing in his ear.
So what you're saying is that you have an unborn twin in your head.
It's possible.
Like the dark half.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, let's hope when you bury it, it doesn't come back and start killing people.
Yeah. Maybe I should not bury it at all. Maybe we should live together and
Yeah.
he could work at Mavericks when I could just sit home and draw all day.
Right.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
He could maybe co-host if I'm feeling sick.
No, I'm not going to allow a...
My ear baby in.
No, yeah.
Oh.
So this show's ending anyway.
I'd heard about that. No, if anyone sees anything, like whatever state you're listening from, we don't care. We'll move anywhere. No worries, sir. No worries.
Worried?
No, don't be worried.
Worried?
Well, help me find a spot around here.
If I knew of any place to move, I'd fucking move. Actually, that's not true. I would love to move. I probably could move, but I want to move into a house, and I can't afford a house.
Yeah.
And I don't know anyone else who is looking for a place to live.
Right.
Hey. Except for apparently in a month and a half Doogie.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm not going to live with him.
Yeah. Maybe we could get your neighbors kicked out and me and Kathleen can move in up there.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. That would be great. Do the podcast 4 a.m, like, hey, I'm awake.
Yeah.
Like, you get up early for work. And,
yeah.
That'd be great. But yeah.
Except I think with 4 animals, I'm pretty sure my landlord would not let you move in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a little much.
Yeah.
Is there a pet policy?
No, not really.
Just reasonable.
When my ex lived up there, she had 3 cats, but, they're cats.
Yeah.
You have 2 dogs, one of whom I know is gigantic.
She's 40 pounds.
Yeah. Well, she's a big dog, though.
Yeah. She runs around, barks.
Yeah. And I'm sure Pearl has grown since I last saw her, so.
Not really.
Oh, okay.
She's kind of...
she's the same size?
She may be a little pudgier, maybe. But,
okay, well, it's grown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, that's about it. That's about all the exciting...
It's not exciting.
No. Yeah, the show's ending and I've got a guy growing inside of my head.
Yeah. Alright. Well, I guess I'll pick a book first.
Oh, man. Oh. What? That has no bearing on the show. I'll be in... Even if I live in Columbus, I'd be working at Mavericks 5 days a week. So.
Why would you do that? That's insane.
What? Columbus isn't one of the places where
okay. Are you talking about the country? Where the fuck's a country around here?
It's like
that's not 45 minutes away.
It's like on the other side of Springfield. It's maybe like 15 minutes. 15 minutes past Springfield.
It's like an hour away.
Maybe 40 minutes. 40 minutes, I'd say.
Why would you do that?
Because, I don't know, it's no crime. It's peaceful.
I guess it's been good being friends with you.
Oh. I'll get a Facebook account. No, I wouldn't. Yeah. I'd send you a postcard.
No, you wouldn't.
I already did. I sent you a postcard before. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, I guess it makes sense. None of my friendships usually last more than a couple of years anyway.
Aww.
So. Alright. I'll pick a comic. It's called Hereville.
Hereville?
Yeah.
Like with an EA or an ERE?
ERE.
Hereville. Who's it by?
Barry Deutsch.
Barry Deutsch. Yeah. Cool. Hereville. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. I got nothing else.
Oh. Well. All right. Well. Yay. This is just like the movie. It ends on a downer.
Yeah.
Go see Fat City.
Sure. You can subscribe to Gutter Trash at iTunes or directly at guttertrash.net. If you go to iTunes, please leave us a review. You can email us at eric@guttertrash.net or jason@guttertrash.net. For more info, you can find us on Facebook, or you can go to seanborn.net or buyerbeware.guttertrash.net. Listen to our sister podcast, League Night, at league.guttertrash.net. Thank you for listening. Until next time.